So this is a very special for libraries. This is National Library Week. And today is Library Workers' Day.
Yay!
You're a library worker too, aren't you, Grey Squirrel? Yes, you are. Grey Squirrel is going to stay right here at the desk in case anybody needs help. But today, for Library Workers' Day, I'm going to show you a little bit of behind the scenes library stuff. So first I'm going to put on my gloves because this is one way that we protect ourselves and our patrons from germs. So there we go. Got my gloves and I got my keys. Let's go.
All set.
Don't know anything?
Nope, not at all.
All right, thank you.
Frozen then.
Hmm?
It's this frozen then. There's mommy.
We're gonna get the books from the drop box.
Oh, went outside.
Have you ever returned a book in here? Show you what happens when we get the books in the morning.
It's frozen then.
That's her, not us. Mm-hmm. Megan.
It's frozen then.
I close this up. Right. Where's that handoff? There it is. I'm gonna take these books and we're gonna bring them into quarantine.
In my inside.
Now they're bringing them inside so they can quarantine them.
I like to squeeze people. Because I love squeezing.
Yeah.
Oh, quarantine.
Mommy.
So now we are going to put these books and puzzles. Got a puzzle here. We're gonna put those into quarantine. Here.
No.
We've got some movies.
I want my
Like
parcel.
to help me finish this job
When it gets to the end,
a
tell
little
me.
while. And here, I have to take my gloves off, I think. I have some books that are all done
Can't
quarantining.
hear us right now, but we'll tell her after. Okay?
Let's see what we've got to do with these.
What place is it going?
Take them back to this computer and I'm going to check them in. Let's see. Sometimes books go back on the shelf and sometimes they travel to another library. Oh, this one looks like it's staying here. But this one is going all the way to Seymour. Look at that.
Ooh.
And so the computer printed this stuff out for me, so we know where it's going. And I'm gonna put, we gotta protect the books and make sure that they're in good condition. So I get to put some plastic. And off it goes. It's gonna take a little trip to Seymour Library. How about this book? This book is damaged. Oh, look at that. That book doesn't look so good right now, does it? Let's see if we can fix that.
After this is over.
Gonna peel this off, which is something that librarians can do, but
Oh no, that's for later.
we don't really want
Later.
regular people to do, because we know how it's gonna be.
What is foreign lesson for?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna stick the new label on this book so we know where it goes on the shelf. Here's the new label. Let's see. We have another special sticker. This is for the big kids, the teenagers.
Teenagers.
We're gonna put this here so everybody knows that this is a book for teenagers. Some of you might have cousins
Are
or
you a
siblings who are
teenager?
teenagers,
No, I'm an
and
adult.
maybe
I'm a senior citizen.
those family members would like to read a book like this. We'll put this.
It's Grammy.
These clear labels help protect
Are we
the
doing it?
labels so that we could still read them, because lots of people touch these books. So we want to make sure. We want to make sure that we keep them in good shape, in good condition. Here. Great. Here we go. Well, that looks a lot better, doesn't it? Now I could try checking it in again. Oh, it was marked damaged, but I could continue. And I'm going to take this book and I'm going to put it out on the cart to be shelved. So when I put this here, my friends, when they shelve the books, will put it where it belongs. But let's put this book back on the shelf. This is a children's book. So we're gonna go back to the children's room. Hi, Grey Squirrel.
Okay.
It's froze again.
I know. Are we the only ones on?
Okay. Do you guys see? Do you guys know what letter that is?
What letter's that?
B.
It's the letter B. That's because the author's name starts with B. This book is by Eve Bunting. And
Eve
Bunting, her last name starts with B. Let's see if we can find where this book goes. Very important. This book has to go in alphabetical order, so we can find that. Here it goes.
No,
And
I boy.
here's a book about a library. Would you like to read this book about the library with me?
Oh, yes.
Good, let's go.
Whoa.
We're gonna go over to the rocking chair.
Mommy's gonna read a story.
Sure.
You're gonna fall off.
Our Library by Eve Bunting. Illustrated by Maggie Smith. Those are the people who wrote the book and drew the pictures.
This far away.
Our library. Miss Goose stamped my library book. She leaned across her desk. Our library is going to close forever, she
We'll
whispered.
make it bigger. You want to make it bigger?
Oh no, I said. Why? It's too old. It needs a new roof and new paint, said Miss Goose sadly. I said.
Yeah, that's better.
We checked out 2 books. How to Lay a Perfect Roof and Library Painting for Beginners. We read by day and we read by night. And there they are at their library. The next morning, we got started. We laid a perfect roof. We painted the library buttercup yellow with sky blue trim and a grass green door. What beautiful colors. Beautiful, we said. It is beautiful, Miss Goose agreed, but it takes a lot of money to run a library. We don't have a lot of money. We checked out a book, How to Make Money Fast. We read by day and we read by night. And then we had a bake sale and an art sale. And we sold candy door to door. Oh my, Miss Goose said, that is a lot of money. But Goat owns the ground the library sits on, and he wants it back. He could sell the land for even more money. We were flummoxed. How will we learn without a library? Mouse said. We'll be ignorant, Skunk said. And an ignorant skunk is a very sad skunk indeed. I said. Remember that it's the library we love, not the land it sits on. Let's find a book. How to Move from One Place to Another. We read by day and we read by night. And then we looked for the perfect place for our library. There they are, looking for a new spot. We're going to move it to Buttercup Meadow, we told Miss Goose. Oh my, she said. Old Beaver owns Buttercup Meadow. He's a grumpy fellow, and he won't want to give up that meadow. His little grandson plays in there every day. I rubbed my chin. You say he has a little grandson? Then we checked out
What are you doing,
2
Doc?
books. Read to your grandkids. How to Speak Wisely and Well to Grumpy Old Beavers. New and updated. We read by day and we read by night. We looked at the pictures. We thought very hard. Then we went to see Old Beaver in his lodge on Puddle Pond. What do you want? He asked. He was grumpy, all right. Rabbit turned tail and ran. But I spoke up, wisely and well. Sir, I said, the library is closing. We would like to move it to your beautiful meadow. No, Old Beaver grunted, grumpier than ever. We know you have a grandson, I went on. I was fearful but determined. Where will he get books to read? With books to read, he'll grow up smart, Skunk said. And interesting, Squirrel added. He'll have fun, I told Old Beaver. And reading is something that grandparents and grandchildren can do together. Do you guys like to read with your grandparents?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you do. Old Beaver said. I opened the book I'd brought. Look. Old Beaver peered at the picture. Those are ducks, he said. A grandfather duck and his grandson, I said. And here's a baby chipmunk with his grandma. Old Beaver scowled. No beavers? Not yet, I told him, thinking quickly. We could send a picture to the publisher. We waited. Old Beaver slapped the deck with his broad, flat tail. We waited some more. At last, he smiled. Oh, all right, he said. Let me get my grandson so we can take a picture. And there he is. The next day, all of us, and some grown-ups too, got together and moved the library. Look, that library's on wheels. Our library now sits in the meadow. Buttercups drift around its buttercup yellow walls. Its grass green door is always open, and the sky above it is mostly sky blue. On rainy days, we stay cozy inside. On sunny days, we lie in the shade of a big whispering oak tree and read. Our library has lots of nice outdoor space too. We have a story hour, and parents bring their little ones. Old Beaver and his grandson come in the afternoon after they've had their naps. They look so content together. Mole has taken lots of pictures of them. And Miss Goose has found several books about beavers for the library. Oh, and look, there's the picture of them right in the library. Isn't that nice? Badger didn't know how to read, so we're teaching him. See what he's reading? Starting to read when you've never read before. Look at that. Gopher lies on the grass and kicks up his legs. There's nothing you can't learn to do when you have books, he says. Porcupine smooths down her quills. If you can read, she adds. Look, there's an owl reading in a tree, and that possum's reading upside down. Look at all these friends reading at the library. I smile. And it's even better if you have a library. The end.